What's up, everybody? My name is Shavalo, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. Now, last episode, we ended up getting through an insane asylum, and we found out the head doctor of that insane asylum, has been doing a lot of illegal experiments. We also found out a little bit more about Sarah Hawkins and the person she sold that SHAMBLER person she gave that painting to for free, Francis Sanders. We found him. He was killed by what he calls the Shambler. No idea what that is. And now we escaped, and now we're back here. This lady, Mary Holden, helped us get out, escape. Apparently Bradley's still alive. He don't even know why. He lost his memory. So, now we are going to go over to Francis Sanders' widow's, Irene Sanders' house. We're going to go over there, talk to her a little bit, try to get some information out of her. So, I believe, well, where do we go? Is it out the door? Is it straight out the door? It is out the door. Okay, cool. There we go. All right. Golden Bradley said a team would solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a trail that follows Francis Sanders, an art collector and a friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to the widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. That's a weird door.
What can I do for you, sir?
Oh.
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may.
Okay, ooh, she got freckles.
However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here.
Why are you here?
You know each other. Our
Yes.
paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me. You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later. Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
I indeed do. Look at all these paintings. They got a rich house.
When you had the opportunity to talk to my husband.
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned.
I mean, that's
You,
fair.
on the other hand, a perfect stranger. We're able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he?
Yeah.
Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Well, he died screaming. No, I was no longer there when it happened.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs.
Yeah.
Sanders. But from what I saw,
We don't
was
want to
a
tell her what happened just yet
The
until
man
we
I
can
met
figure out.
yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind.
I mean, that's fair.
I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
Share your grief.
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You, too, would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Okay,
How did you come to meet Sarah Hawkins?
We were the wealthiest and most influential families on Darkwater. Of course we would know each other. And when Charles returned from Europe with his sweet little artist, she and her sinister paintings were destined to catch my husband's eye. He bought many of her works over the last 5 years. They adorn his macabre gallery.
May I ask you what Miss Baker is doing here? How do you know her?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr.
Sounds about
Pierce.
right.
But you do know what kind of business Miss Baker is in, don't you?
I'll double check something.
I am no fool.
Perfect.
Please believe that much, at least.
Okay. At least you know.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Fair.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
That is fair. Let me look around. Jesus! You guys are rich.
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madame, I acknowledge the receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return this body to you. At the moment of his internment, you signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Yeah, I suppose he wouldn't want anyone figuring out what was going on down there.
The Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Photo of the Sarah Hawkins must be close. Interesting. What? First try. I didn't even know that was a secret. I thought you could just. I thought you would just mess with the piano. I was just gonna go ding, dang, dong, doom, 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 ding. But okay.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Art and Mysticism, Forgotten Objects is a collection written by Francis Sanders. In it, he catalogs and categorizes objects from all ages and origins that are linked to occult or mystical practices. It is open at the page of a dagger that bears a symbol that is not unknown to me. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Before I do anything else, ooh, medicine. Want to look around a little bit before I start doing the thing. Okay. Now I do it. Flashbang. T.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
I mean, he was a big fan of their work, so it's not
A
that
house of
surprising.
artists. A house of artists. Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Perhaps it was like cursed. Well, no. Perhaps she had well, it was free. So perhaps maybe it was cursed. Well, she originally had an attachment to it, and then she realized what it represented or what it had a attachment to, and was like, fuck this, I don't want this anymore.
He finally won.
Gave it away for free.
Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
He
didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
Interesting.
Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins?
Jealous. I mean, probably. She was probably pretty jealous. I mean, he gave a lot of time to Sarah, you know, selling all the paintings and such. All right, it looks like this is all that's left.
The Shambler.
So that's what happened to his
I need
eyes.
to see it.
Okay, but which way do I go? Over here. No. Oh,
Let's
what's
see
this?
what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Phonograph. Wait. Isn't this a phonograph?
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids. Each time I shut my eyes.
Hey, Irene, you might not want to listen to this.
I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have listened to that.
Irene, 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 Irene.
Okay, no.
I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter.
Irene, I'm very sorry that you were being forced to listen to this again. I do apologize. I don't mean to torture you. I'm just gonna go over to the gallery, okay? I'm just gonna go over to the gallery. Probably block your ears out, you know.
Each time I shut my eyes.
Nope. Oh. Oh. Well, I'll talk to you in a second.
Pendant.
Well,
I
on the
could use one
cod,
of those.
sleeping pills.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to
Dear
part
Francis,
with her
I beg you to
painting.
give up all hope of ever owning this
Finally
accursed
give it away
painting.
for
If our
nothing.
friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler, your friend. Ooh. Something must have happened, like drastic, in order to give away. Oh. More medical stuff. Neat. No, I almost, no, 12 more %. Do I have any? Oh, I do. Boop, 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 blow. Let's see, spot hidden. Forcing doors or mechanisms, physical or verbal. Spot hidden represents your ability to find objects. Psychology. Picking locks. Here it is. Okay. And a picking lock. I need to get this at 4 so I can start picking locks. So, 2 more, and then, no. 4 more, and then I can start picking locks. Would I read the book? Sure. This will affect my destiny. Just reading a book? It's a kind of encyclopedia on monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. And they probably will. Occultism. I'm also getting pretty close to occultism. What is this? A key. I assume it goes to that, yeah.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
Oh, screw
I've
you.
got a lot of bad habits.
There you go, Pierce.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
Interesting.
I found this drawing of a dagger. Did you come across anything like it in your reading?
Perhaps. I saw several daggers in the ledgers. I could always check. What I didn't find, however, was the slightest reason why I should help you, Detective.
Your ass!
I don't need your services. I can manage all on my own, thanks.
Such a
Do it then.
dick.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Screw you. Such a dick.
An old diary.
While I'm spend some time in Reverend Wickwood's community, his wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation and are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Interesting. Okay, I think that's everything I can look for here. Okay. Oh my god. How rich was this person? He has like a personal gallery. What is this? Why am I able to hide? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't like the fact that I'm able to hide. Look at this. How rich is this guy?
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
How? Oh, these things are really cool. There's a dagger, I think. You know, things are like really pretty cool. I mean, look, I'd be okay with one of these paintings being in my room. You know, like I'd be okay with having one of these paintings or a painting similar to this because I really like mythology, cult stuff, all that stuff. It's really interesting. What is that? Those hooded figures?
The public entrance to the gallery.
The public entrance. Oh, does he sell tickets to view the gallery? That's how you make even more money.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty dedicated. This is pretty cool. Depending on how, if I had the money, I would definitely pay a ticket to come see this stuff because this is really cool. Like if I had a painting like Cthulu or some cult-esque or mythology-esque monstrous things, I'd keep one. You know, I'd keep one of them in my room. It'd be pretty cool to have.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Oh.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
People are interested in different things. be surprised what a lot of people are interested in. What's this? Yes. I can refill my lantern freely. Okay, I think that's everything I can look for. What's this? Oh, another refill. Cool. So this is the Shambler, huh? So anything on the back? Oh, what's this? Far from possessing the talents of Sarah Hawkins, Sanders drew a dragger with a tortured form down to the smallest detail. The guard carries a strange esoteric symbol, a recurring feature of the correspondence with Sarah. Huh. Oh, this is from the, Don't move.
What the hell was that?
Oh, he definitely saw me go in here. Oh, yeah. Oh. Maybe not. I want out. I want out. I want out. I want out. Oh, shit.
I can't even touch it. No way out. No choice. I must get rid of it.
Burn the painting. Burn the painting. Maybe. Possibly.
That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it.
Destroy it! Oh, I wasn't able to do it. And I'm dead. Well, that's terrifying.
What the hell was that? That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it. That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link.
How do I destroy it?
Maybe if I destroy it. I can't even touch it. Down. I could try tearing the paint out of this thing.
Do it. Okay. Let's try this again.
What the hell was that?
Fuck. Fuck.
This painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it.
It's gonna take a bit. Is this the right one? Okay, I need to know. Clues. Okay, that's the dagger I'm looking for. Let's try this again.
What the hell was that?
See if we can find the correct dagger this time. It's not it. It's not it. This
Damn.
one.
This dagger looks different.
Thank God, finally.
What's the matter with you?
Using only one
You sure
dagger.
you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Yeah.
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery.
Ah,
And
okay.
by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
Interesting.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I've still got things to settle with Irene.
Poor girl. But holy crap, that took way too long. Jesus. Now, between me constantly trying to find the correct dagger, a lot of them look similar. Oh, man. But, yeah, I wouldn't say it took too long, but it took longer than it should have. Shambler turned out to be much more than artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the paintings to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back to the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used repelled a creature has been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, the owner of the Nameless bookstore. Pierce decided to pay a library a visit. Did I now? Oh. Oh. That's not good.
Where's the bookseller?
Well, he's somewhere, and this is quite a lot of books. A little bit messy, too. But I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end off this episode here. We got a lot done. Chapter 6, finally taken over. Yeah, what is this? Blood? Oh, it's a broken window and blood. Someone probably punched it or something. We'll find out actually next episode whenever we get back into this Explodus bookstore and we find our Algernon Drake, our little antique seller, and get more info on the freaking dagger. Also, actually, now that let me quickly put some gotta put it in investigation. I need to start, you know, getting that up so I can start picking locks. That's very important right now. But yeah, that's all we got for this episode. If you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, comment, share with your friends. Make sure to hit subscribe. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Shavalo, signing out.